Hey guys, I'm the C-Man235, and, I want to start this video with a bit of a warning. I've never done this type of video before, for reasons I'll get to, but, I am sweating buckets because I know that these type of videos are very controversial, and, because of that, I want to let you know that I might stutter a lot in this video, a lot more than usual, and I also might be very nervous because I know that these types of videos are very controversial for pretty obvious reasons, for pretty legit reasons. I won't blame anyone for, not liking these types of videos. People tend to not like it, especially with smaller YouTubers, especially when they talk about tragedies on their YouTube channel, because they think they're just doing it for clickbait. They think they're just doing it for clicks and likes and dislikes and attention, essentially, and that's why I've never really done videos like this, because it seems like it's just a desperate plea for attention, but I figured with everything surrounding it, it'd be fitting to talk about something like this, considering the news that was involved and what exactly happened. So, a couple months ago, Zack Snyder lost his daughter, because she committed suicide. It's a very tragic thing to happen. And to Snyder and his family, I am deeply sorry for your loss. I don't really know what else to say. It's just a really tragic thing that happened. And because, even though Snyder tried to keep it under wraps and he was working on the movie, which I gotta give him props over, that, even though, I know it's just a movie, he was essentially working with that in, the back of his mind the entire time. Just the amount of how much that weighs on you, especially when you're working, and then not only with the stress of making the movie and dealing with angry fanboys who probably tell you to go kill yourself every day because they didn't like your recent movie, Batman v Superman, just all that, I would probably be stressed to hell. I'm just, considering what happened, it must have been really tough kind of working on the movie with that, and also with, the death of his daughter. With that said, though, Snyder recently came out and said that he's no longer working on Justice League. He did finish most of the movie, but there's still post-production and reshoots, and every movie has reshoots. And from what I hear, the reshoots were extensive. I'm not sure if that's true. To be fair, some websites like to post clickbait and say, "Oh, it's extensive," when it's really not. But with, say, something like Justice League, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. All I know is that there's going to be reshoots. That's typical for any movie. Every movie has some sort of reshoots. Sometimes massive, sometimes minor. He left Joss Whedon in the hands of finishing Justice League, just so there's more complete product. He's not going to change that much from the film. It's still going to stay very close, so it is still going to be another Snyder-directed Warner Brothers DC film, which, I talked about my feelings on BVS and Man of Steel in the past. I will bring them up slightly later, but I'm not going to talk about it extensively on how much I don't like the films, because that's not important here. That's not. Still going to be what Snyder wanted the Justice League film to be, for the most part. Whedon's just going to handle some reshoots and stuff and post-production stuff. He's just going to help make it a more complete product to make sure it gets out on time. Snyder did have the option to actually delay the film, because Warner Brothers gave him the opportunity to delay it if it because they realize just what he's going through, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for giving him that option. He didn't obviously take it. He obviously didn't take it. But I do appreciate that Warner Brothers gave him that, because some corporations just don't do that for their employees, and that's kind of fucked up. Joss Whedon is now working on Justice League. It's not going to be that extensive. It's not going to be like Batgirl, where he's directing and probably writing it, but it is still going to be a thing. And I wanted to make this video more for the fan bases, more than just for the the whole news, because the news is all over the place. You can read up all about it. I wanted to more say something like, for the fan bases of both Marvel and DC, just try and be respectful, because I have seen, to be fair, not as many as I thought I was going to see, which I'm happy about, but at the same time, I still see these comments, and they're still annoying, and I'm sure maybe one or two of you have run across it, the one or two people that watch this video anyway. I'm sure some people have seen it. The comments that drive me up a wall whenever they're said, whenever there's a tragedy, they always say, like, oh, thank God Snyder's booted off, thank God he's gone, Batman v Superman sucked, and, it's a good thing that he's gone, comments like that, they drive me up a fucking wall. Like, look, even if what happened to his daughter didn't happen, I would still be angered, because you're essentially asking him to be fired from his job. And that's how he makes his income, by the way. I'm sure, like, Snyder would be fine, but regardless, it's still kind of a fucked up thing to say. And to those people, you are not good people. You are not nice. Screw you. Like, fuck you. That is a straight up fuck you. Look, I'll admit it. Just because of what happened does not mean I have changed my opinions on Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. I haven't. I still don't like those films. I still don't like that work. But I separate his work from the actual person, because you have to remember that deep down these people are human beings. Try to show some respect, some sympathy, some humanity for this man who has lost his daughter. It drives me up a wall. And I also know on the other side there are some people who are going to be bitching about people who still don't like his films after what happened, because, oh, you have to show so much sympathy, that's the point where you have to like his work. It's like, no, just because what happened was tragic, and it really was, but I'm not going to change my opinion on the films, so don't ask me to, alright? But at the same time, I hate both of those types of comments. Please don't start wars over this, just don't. Alright, this is not the appropriate time. Just be civil. This isn't about the movies. This is about what happened. And real people are hurt because of what happened. I do want to talk a little bit about Joss Whedon taking over. What it may mean for the future. I don't know if it's going to mean anything. I know he's working on Batgirl. I'm not sure if he's going to work on future Justice League films, or if Snyder will return. Because, he may return, he may not return. I don't know. Nothing's been confirmed. All I know is that I think Joss Whedon's a good choice. I like his previous work. Not just Avengers, but also, stuff like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, stuff like, Serenity and Firefly. I like Joss Whedon's work. He's a very good director, very good storyteller, good writer. I know he got some controversy from Age of Ultron for how he wrote Black Widow. I don't get it. A lot of people are saying it's sexist. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I thought Black Widow was fine. I didn't hate the romance between her and Hulk. I didn't care for it. But I don't hate it. It doesn't matter to me. It's stupid social justice warrior bullcrap. I think he's a good writer. I like his work, and I don't know how big his reshoots will impact the movie. I don't know. I like that Whedon's working on it, but I do wish there were better circumstances for the reasons why. So that's all from me. Bye.